Set on the shores of the Gulf of Mexico and sheltered by several barrier islands, Florida's Sarasota entertains her visitors with pristine beaches, rich history, and a passion for performance. Before European settlers first rolled their wagons into Sarasota, many native tribes, including the Calusa, Tocobaga, and Timucuan people, thrived off the bounty of this land and its waters. The city of Sarasota was established when a band of Scottish pioneers made this bayside area of the Sunshine State their home in 1886. As the colony thrived, it caught the eye of one of the brothers behind the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus, otherwise known as the greatest show on earth. After making his fortune in the circus business and becoming one of the wealthiest men in America, John Ringling and his wife Mabel made Sarasota their winter home in the early 20th century. Their influence in real estate and tourism was the catalyst that caused this sleepy bayside town to grow into a dazzling vacation destination. The eccentric millionaires purchased a 66-acre estate in North Sarasota on which to build their dream home. Spend a day or two exploring the vast complex, now known as the Ringling, to discover the impact this family had on the city. Step into the Circus King's Bayfront Mansion. The Ca d'Azan, or House of John, is a magnificent ode to Gothic Venetian architecture and stands as a shining example of the unbridled extravagance of the Roaring '20s. As if their palatial mansion wasn't enough, the Ringlings also raised an immense art museum to house their considerable collection. Wander the 21 galleries, whose walls are adorned with pieces spanning culture and time. The estate is a carnival of art, architecture, and of course, performance. In the Circus Museum, be ushered into a nostalgic world of theatrics, with countless exhibits showcasing all the magic of the big top. The celebration of spectacle is taken to even greater heights at the Asolo Repertory Theater, also on the Ringling Estate. Besides their spectacular property, the Ringlings always traveled in style. From the estate, make your way to the Sarasota Classic Car Museum, where the family's collection of Rolls-Royce autos pack a thrilling performance under the bonnet. John and Mabel's legacy had a lasting impact on the culture of this city. Head downtown and take a tour of the city's many performing arts centers, which prove that in Sarasota, the show must always go on. Sarasota's natural gifts have long played center stage too. Explore a colorful pageant of lush tropical rainforest, desert cacti, and everything in between at the Marie Selby Botanical Gardens. Sarasota's big skies, natural splendor, and bayside breezes provide the perfect backdrop for the city's never-ending parade of innovative shops, bars, and restaurants. Call into Drum Circle Distillery, where daring distillers walk the high wire between tradition and new flavors. Follow the John Ringling Causeway across the bay to St. Armand's Key, one of the fabulous barrier islands that shelters the shoreline of Sarasota. Spend a morning shopping, dining, and relaxing in the cosmopolitan St. Armand's Circle. Then continue exploring the keys of Sarasota Bay. Mosey over to Lido Keys Aquarium and enjoy the show put on by cheeky otters, hypnotizing schools of fish, and blooms of dancing sea jellies. After being entertained by some of the ocean's best performers, follow the warm, briny breezes to Lido Beach. Grab a front row seat to some of America's clearest waters and spend an afternoon relaxing to the non-stop rhythms of the sea. Make your way south to Siesta Key to witness one of Mother Nature's finest magic acts. Here, on the public beach, the white quartz sand stays cool and comfy underfoot even on the most scorching days. The magic continues in the many restaurants of Siesta Key Village, where mountains of seafood will appear and disappear before your very eyes. Sunning herself on Florida's sparkling Gulf Coast, Sarasota has been enthralling visitors since the early 20th century. And now she's calling you. So roll up to the Circus City, where generations of performers and the greatest performer of all, Mother Nature, come together in a vacation double act like no other on Earth.
We're driving the fastest, most difficult boats to sail in the world.
Reaching speeds of close to 100 kilometres an hour. Those are phenomenal speeds.
Best guys in the world, everyone's got the same equipment. I don't think it gets any more challenging than this.
Sail GP, the fastest and most competitive global sailing championship, begins in Bermuda on May the 14th. Season 3 will see competitors face 10 events across 9 countries over 12 months, commencing in Bermuda and then taking in some of the planet's greatest sailing locations. As well as new venues, there are new entrants adding to the pressure, with the series now comprising 10 national teams. In addition to the intense competition, racing at breathtaking speeds with the latest word in wing sail foiling technology, SailGP prides itself on being a champion for change, promoting sustainability through the Impact League and the development of youth and female sailors via the Inspire and Women's Pathway programs. Season 3 will conclude with the grand final in San Francisco in May 2023. Rolex testimony Sir Ben Ainsley's Great Britain team is one of a roster of world-class crews seeking to topple the 2-time reigning champions from Australia. Athleticism, skill, teamwork and consistency are the watchwords as sailing's elite push themselves to the limit. Without question, come the winner-takes-all final race, the triumphant crew will be the one that has achieved total mastery of their boat and the opposition.
Ferruccio Lamborghini was always in love with super sports cars. He was an owner of a super sports car, and but nothing was matching his idea of quality and beauty. So out of this challenge, he decided to found his own company, and so Automobili Lamborghini was born in 1963. Ferruccio Lamborghini was able at the very beginning already to create icons like the Lamborghini Miura or the Lamborghini Countach. The Countach, for example, is still today representing our DNA, both in terms of design, but also in terms of technology. And for the super sports car industry, the Countach was a car which made the entire super sports car industry look at Lamborghini in a different way. For example, the cab forward and the scissor doors. If I could have the opportunity to ask Ferruccio Lamborghini one thing, I would have asked him why he sold the company. If Ferruccio Lamborghini would be alive today and he would still be in this type of business, he would accept the challenge of this revolution in terms of sustainability and digitalization. For Automobili Lamborghini, it's an honor that Ferruccio Lamborghini is inducted in the Automotive Hall of Fame.
Hi, I'm Dan Nicol from Dan Really Likes Wine with an introduction to the Big Easy. Now, speak to a South African about the Big Easy and they'll smile and say, ha ha, Ernie Els, the golfer. And he is indeed, he's one of South Africa's greats, he's one of our favourite sports people, and he's done so well around the world with golf. But it's not his only passion. He also has a genuine love for wine, to the extent that for about 20 years or so now, he has had his own wine range. It's headlined by the Ernie Els signature, and that wine is driven by Cabernet Sauvignon, which makes this a very shrewd buy. It's a more affordable wine, but it still has that powerful richness, those lovely tannins, the length and the intensity of a Cabernet Sauvignon, and it's from the Helderberg in Stellenbosch, which is a terrific, terrific part of South Africa for making red wine. And the name, the Big Easy, well, it refers to Ernie's golf swing and the fact that he's a rather big gentleman, but this too is a really big wine, and gee, it goes down easily, so the combination is really good. So too is the price if you're a member of the Pick and Pay Wine Club, which doesn't cost you a cent to join and has so many rewards. This bottle of wine that is 120 Rand normally comes all the way down to just 96 Rand, and it'll put a smile on Ernie Els's face. Now you're drinking it, and I think it'll put a smile on yours too when you pour that first glass. To join the Pick and Pay Wine Club, simply SMS your smart shopper number to 36775. It's absolutely free, and you'll get for yourself 3 times the smart shopper points on every bottle of wine bought. You'll also get a 20% discount on 10 different wines each month, a 25% discount on a case of wine, and a Magnum, some terrific competitions and invitations to awesome events.
July 31st, 1964. Ranger 7 transmits pictures of the moon back to Earth before the American space probe smashes onto the lunar surface. 5 years later, the first men set foot on the moon during NASA's Apollo 11 mission. 1777. A young nobleman from France begins to make his name during the American Revolution. The Marquis de Lafayette, then 19 years old, is appointed a major general in the Continental Army. The following year, France formally sides with the American colonists against the British. 1972. Missouri Senator Thomas Eagleton withdraws as Democratic presidential candidate George McGovern's running mate. The move follows the disclosure that Eagleton had been hospitalized for psychiatric treatment in the 1960s and twice received electroshock treatment for depression.
My personal feelings are secondary to the necessity to unify the Democratic Party and to elect George McGovern as the next president of the United States.
McGovern taps Sergeant Shriver to replace Eagleton on the Democratic ticket. That fall, they lose to President Richard Nixon in a landslide.
The Dark Lord ascending.
And 1965.
The two men appeared out of nowhere, a few yards apart in the narrow, moonlit lane.
Meet the writer who cast the literary spell that created young magician Harry Potter. J.K. Rowling, author of the best-selling Potter books, is born in southwest England. Today in history, July 31st. Ed Donahue, The Associated Press.
Walking briskly in the same direction.
The world's best.
UFC strawweight champion.
Ready? Come with us. We're just getting started.
It's going to be so much fun. I promise you.
Welcome back in our studio, and in today's news,